I was like coughing and laughing at the same time. Yeah. All right, let's start recording.
Right now? All right.
Yeah, fine. Start recording now. I've got our intro playing. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Final Checkpoint podcast. Welcome to 2021, you bright-eyed, hopeful bastards.
Ooh.
My name is Joel.
And I'm Ben.
Ben, welcome to a new year. Fresh, new set of episodes of Final Checkpoint. We get to start brand new in this freshly peeled year.
Oh, wow.
No more looking into the past of the god-awful year of 2020. Everything's been cured. No more awfulness ahead of us.
Right.
We're all feeling great. We've all got, zero bad things carried over from last year. It's like we went through some sort of door, and just we're refreshed. It's been great.
Cool.
It's been
Sounds
great.
good.
Yeah. How are you doing? How was your New Year's?
I didn't do anything.
All right.
That's it. Didn't do a goddamn thing.
Cool.
I couldn't even tell you what day that was. How many days ago was that? Like 3?
Friday? No, Friday was New Year's Day. Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no clue at all. Nothing different, nothing new, nothing. No.
I was just excited to not work that day, so that's pretty much it.
Yep. That was about it.
We didn't do anything. So, I think last Tuesday, I started feeling sick. Like I woke up with a sore throat, and I was like, "Here it is. This is it.
This is the time.
This is it. It's my turn."
Oh God.
Just like I've had just regular cold symptoms, so I haven't really felt like, oh no, I've got that there COVID or anything like that. I haven't gone anywhere. I've just stayed, I don't go anywhere anyways, but I've literally haven't gone anywhere. I've been at home even before that. So I just felt like I was getting a regular cold. And even then, when I look up the symptoms, I'm like, yeah, I just have a normal cold. And so I was like, but just to be safe, because I have kids and they also do have to go back to school, so I don't want them to be exposed or expose anybody else, I should go get a COVID test. So pretty simple. Our Walgreens that's right near us does a drive-through version of a COVID test. You just you make an appointment. My insurance from work covers it, so I didn't have to pay anything. And I just went to the drive-thru this morning, showed my ID. They gave me a little, a little Q-tip thing. I stuck it up my nose and swashed it around a couple times. Oh, dude, I hated it. It instantly made my eyes tear up. I felt like I was going to sneeze 100 times. Put it
I
in
can't.
the little
I have
tube.
a visceral reaction to. I'll just die. I've said this. I've said this to my parents. I'll just die. I'm not sticking anything in my nose. Just kill me.
Put it in their little drop box. Drove off, and then I should have the results here within the next couple days.
Give me the heebie-jeebies over here.
Yeah. That's what they called. That's another name for it.
I'll pee in a cup. Let me pee in a cup. They spill blood all over a cup. Give me something.
I did also throw a cup of pee at them. They wouldn't take it.
Oh, they didn't like that?
I was like, here, take it. I don't know what to do with it.
This will help you.
I thought you guys needed it too. I brought it.
I had to pee and I had a cup. And you're a doctor, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, so I strongly believe I am negative. So we'll see.
That's good.
I'll let everybody know on the next episode. Next episode is just Ben delivering some sort of sad message. So this is the last episode.
But so this is weird.
Flying so low.
Should have predicted this in the predictions.
Yeah, man, we should have added one more.
Yeah, Joel will be here next week. Ooh, ominous.
Ooh. All right. Before we begin the actual show, I want to remind you guys that you can find this podcast on most of your local podcast services like Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Podcast, and thegamefanatics.com. We post video versions of this podcast on youtube.com/lastcheckpoint. You can also watch live Sundays, 8 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/loadlastcheckpoint every Sunday. And if you're in the chat, feel free to drop in a question. You can use channel points if you want to redeem it during the week.
Oh my god!
While you're watching one of my game streams, whatever. We are planning on posting a question of the week soon. Hopefully you can see it on the Game Fanatics Instagram. So make sure you're following
Twitter and Instagram.
So
if we do Instagram, I'm never gonna see it. I'm 40,000 years old.
It's true.
I'm not going on Instagram. Instagram pisses me off, so I won't get into it.
Okay. But yeah, so hopefully we will get it there soon. We're still making plans for that. We plan on expanding where you can find ways to interact with us. So make sure you're following the Game Fanatics everywhere. So go to thegamefanatics.com. You can find all the social links there. Probably one of the easiest ways to find us and our show is there as well. But yeah, that's all the rigmarole stuff. 2021, so it's time to basically reset our expectations for the year and get excited for all the new stuff. Before we do that, we've got a couple 2020 items to square away, so we're going to get to the topic of the show. Ben, what's our topic of the show?
Well, we got a big old pile of predictions and resolutions since it is the new year.
Woo, new year.
And I do want to say, my favorite part about 2021 so far is you can say the year accidentally and be like, oh, it's 2021. Like, I just love the idea that you can accidentally.
Oh, yeah. It's like
one.
You can quickly correct yourself. No big deal.
It's for the whole decade.
Yeah, I like that too.
But mostly for this year.
Yeah, very true.
It's the small things.
Yes. All the small things.
Exactly.
Back when Blink was good.
Were they good then?
They were they were as good as we had hoped they were ever going to be.
That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I was looking at our resolutions for last year, and I remember them being dumb, and they were real dumb. They were dumber than I thought they were going to be, which is unfortunate. I think.
It's trying to go through and make new ones. It's a hard thing to do. So I think that's why they probably weren't that great.
They were just like, play a game. All right.
We had very similar resolutions.
Yeah, I don't remember how that happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I did go more in depth with mine I have a doc that I do need to actually make sure I have up now that I think of it. Because I did kind of go into mine more on a separate document because I was like, what did I do last year? As I also wrote out my new ones for this year.
Who am I?
What am I? But yeah, so if you'd like, I can kind of start with my first one and kind of go into like the explanation of it or whatever the hell we're doing.
Well, let's do we want to go over last year's?
Yeah, let's go over last year's.
Okay.
So
you go.
Okay. So last year I started with my first one, which was reach max level in Final Fantasy 14 online. This was when like I had just purchased the complete edition on the PlayStation 4. Mind you, I had also not purchased the PC version of the complete edition, which I did probably a couple months later.
Yeah.
Because it was on sale, a really good sale, and I think it's been on sale again, but yeah. So and to fess up, I don't know, did you want me to just kind of read through my predictions or my resolutions, I mean, and then you read through yours and then we go into how we did with them, or should I just go into
go into it now since we're there.
Okay. So I didn't hit max level quite. Now, several stages here, and let me kind of go through my excuses.
You did not hit max level
as I beg for forgiveness from the 2020 gods, and this is probably why 2020 was a shit year, because I didn't hit my resolution here. Thanks. So I reached max on the thaumaturge or whatever it's called for the black mage, because max level in that is level 30 before you pick your next class, which is
That is the worst. Oh, I hate you.
now. Then I went to black mage, which I reached. I think I only went into it maybe 4 more levels after that. Then I switched to the pugilist or pugilist or whatever it is.
Pugilist, I believe.
Yeah. Hit
Something
level
like
30
that.
there. Went into monk, hit level 68 there. So if you add all those together, that's
Oh,
basically a max.
that's over the level, I think.
It's way
That's over the
level.
max.
So it's not that I reached max level anywhere, but I feel like I put in enough time to reach max level on a character.
Fine, whatever.
I did put in a lot of time in that game, and it, had it not been to committing to like play other games, because I definitely could have put more time into Final Fantasy 14, but at that point I was like, I really need to play some other games because my list is really lacking at this point.
Right. Yeah. My biggest surprise is that I bought that. I think maybe after that show, or in and around that show,
It
and
was,
I started playing it.
yeah, it was either
And
that or it was when I bought the complete edition on PC, and then I think you decided to also buy it on PC. It was right in between that time we both.
no, I think I bought it first, or you bought it on PS4, and then I bought it on PC, and then you bought it on PC, something like that. Because we played a little bit. God, that game's fucking great.
It's so good. I want to get back to it.
And this will be my first resolution for last year was play a JRPG and get really into it. And I'm counting Final Fantasy 14 as the one I did. got to the whole campaign of not vanilla, I guess.
I was actually gonna ask, wasn't Dragon Quest also one of those?
I didn't play Dragon Quest last year.
Was that not last year?
No. Not for me. Not for people who played it when it came out and didn't wait for the shitty Switch version. Looks like trash.
Jeez.
Fucking hate the Switch now.
Wow. Oh my
My
gosh.
heel turn on the Switch is just real.
Yeah, it's getting real dark over there.
It just looks like trash. Fucking play a game from 5 years ago. It looks way better than anything on the Switch. It's obnoxious. I'm very upset about this and the mute button.
Man, 2021 taking a dark turn for Ben over here. He's got some
I have an
gears to
aneurysm on the show.
grind.
I have a lot of gears. Our next resolution, though, was basically the same
Yeah, pretty much.
because we're lame. Was to play more indie games. Do you feel
Wait,
like you
wait,
played?
Did you not finish any other RPGs besides playing
I don't
Final
think I
Fantasy?
did. Oh, Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we both played that.
Yeah, I don't know if I played any other JRPGs.
I'm trying to
I
think.
can check my list real quick.
Trying to think if you played any other ones. I feel like you've maybe
honestly, I
played
don't think so.
one that I'm just not remembering. Was it not
No.
something odd that we just like? Oh, man, I'm trying to think.
I played a lot of
8?
odd games, but none of them were JRPGs.
Was it not? 8?
Oh, I played the Xenoblade Chronicles for about 20 hours.
Oh shit! Yeah, there you go. Boom, boom. That counts.
And I played that Paper Mario game. That does not count.
Oh, okay.
Just to let everyone know, it does not count.
All right. It doesn't count. All right, let's.
But indie games. Did you play more indie games in 2020?
I definitely played a lot of indie games. I don't know if it's more than I've previously played, but I played a lot like Grindstone. I would count there. I definitely played a lot more Stardew Valley, Bloodstained, Mobius Front, 89. I tried like Dead Cells and what's that one that I just recently played, like Monsters Sanctuary. So I've tried out a lot more indie games. A lot of weirdly named ones that were just on like Game Pass that I downloaded and tried. So I feel like I hit the mark there with just playing more indie games instead of just like all the big like Sony games and the big, normal shooters that I would normally play. What about you? I feel like you usually play a lot of indies, but
I play a lot of indies, and looking through my list, I played a lot, especially in the last week when I played like 12.
yeah, the Game Pass bonanza.
The Game Pass bonanza. But I even started off the year playing Light Matter, which was a cool indie puzzle game. There's what was it? Etherborn, which is another indie puzzle game. I like indie puzzle games, is what I've determined because I played another one this week. Uh,
True.
that Piku Niku game is really cool. Played
Oh
that.
my god, Piku Niku.
Yeah, that's a really good game. Yeah, no, I think I totally did that. Although I still would like to play more and more consistently because it feels like I play one and then like 20 other games that are not indie games.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad.
Not too bad.
So number 3 I had put down as will not force myself to play games I do not like. I think you
And yet you
also.
played League of Legends. Wow.
I love League. Um I would say I committed to this pretty well as I jumped off a lot of games that I just wasn't enjoying. Um but I found that some of the games I didn't enjoy, some of them I revisited later on, like Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Like I enjoyed it, and then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna force myself. I'm not having a good time at this point. I'm just done with it. And there's just a lot of games that I did that with, and I felt like it allowed me to try other games and also just really just stop playing them and really not force myself to play them and feel burnout in any way. There are
Hmm.
times where maybe I felt like I'm jumping on too many games and just not having any fun, or I'm really just not finding something. And then I would hit something and it would just click. What about
Yeah.
you?
That, and mine was pretty much the same. And I can't say I did good at it. I still just there's something about starting a game and getting like 7 hours in, and even if the game's there's only like 5 hours left, and you don't really care that much, I just want to finish it. I just want to finish it, and I really don't need to. Really don't need to finish it. I found it easier to stop Game Pass games, stuff like that. Uh, I feel like less attachment to. I didn't pay anything directly for this, so I find it easier to stop. But yeah, this is a real tough issue for me where I just get stuck on this shit. Like, why am I playing this? I don't even like this.
Yeah. Because you don't feel as guilty really like stopping those, you know?
No. Although I did stop playing that Super Hot DLC that came out that I really liked, but like I get it. So I think I need to find the point at a lot of these games where I can say I've seen everything I think is in here. I get it. I don't need to finish this. That's tough to identify, but I did stop playing that, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, true.
Uh,
True, true, true.
so let's go to our resolutions
Resolution.
for this year, which I'm hoping we did better at making resolutions this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to start because my first resolution is to not finish fucking games. After I just said to make better resolutions. But I really do want to do this. I don't want to be stuck on this bullshit and then the backlog grows and grows and grows and I'm over here playing some stupid thing I don't even really like that much. For what? Why?
Yeah.
For what reason? Just sad.
Sad face.
Very sad.
Okay.
It's a real issue.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can be. All right. Should I go with mine?
Okay, fine.
Okay. Play more games with friends. I feel
Oh,
like I felt very isolated in my games this year, and then that's one thing I know I missed is I missed having that friend group that I would play games with, and even just having a game every now and then that I could just maybe get a couple people together to play something with, so I don't feel so, I don't know, like lonely. Is that weird to say?
separated. Yeah.
Because like,
Isolated was the word.
yeah, because really, like, other than the podcast, like every now and then we're just in Discord chat, but like I don't really play games with other people.
I told you we should play that Remnant game.
Yeah, but you also like you're on an opposite schedule than me.
That's true.
So it'd be really hard. Like,
Well, it wouldn't be that hard. We could do Saturday night.
no,
That's easy.
that's true. That's true. Got to
We should
download
play
it
more of
on.
that
Got to
Risk of
download
Rain
it
too.
on. I think it's on. Is it on Game Pass on PC?
I don't know. It was free on the Epic Store a while back too.
But yeah,
That's on
we got to
you.
figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially now that I'm working on getting my sick ass PC. Play some.
Damn straight.
Yeah, but yeah, like I would in general, I would just like to get some sort of like friend group going where I can play some games. That's one thing I've just missed having.
I
So
could see
that's
that. That's a good one.
yeah. What you got for your second?
All right. The second one, more real resolution, is I started. I guess it wasn't even last year. It was a little bit before last year. I started my Souls replay
Oh
of
yeah.
playing all the Souls games and kind of ranking them. And I got about halfway through that and I stopped. And I want to finish that this year. And I want to finish it earlier in the year, preferably. I still have Dark Souls 2 and 3 and Sekiro to play. And I guess the Demon Souls remake, if you want to count that, but I did play Demon Souls like a year and a half ago now, not even. But that's something I really want to do. Is my favorite franchise now, and I really started out strong on this at the beginning of the year last year, and then just died very quickly. Not in the game, well, also in the game, but not. The dream died,
Dang, the
and
dream died.
there was plenty of time for me to actually do this, and I
The dream
never
killer.
did.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this guy that does like no hit runs through like all the Souls born
Nah, I'm
games.
good. I don't need to do that.
I forgot his name. I used to watch him every now and then, but I forgot his name. For my next one, I put beat a minimum of 10 games that I am enjoying in parentheses just to keep following my, not
Right.
force myself to play games I don't like. But
You didn't beat 10 games last year?
I'm trying to think if I did or not. I don't think I beat 10 games all the way through.
I'm gonna look through my list because I know I probably beat 10 games last week. Fucking Game Pass.
I definitely beat I beat, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima. That's really like all I can think that I beat all the way through.
I'm at 10 games of my list of games I played, and I'm in April.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just don't think I
You just don't finish.
yeah, it's just been hard to like stick through a full game. It's just really rare. I don't know.
Well,
Only certain
huh.
games.
I have the opposite problem. I want to not finish things.
Well, you're an addict.
I know. It's not good.
But yeah, that's
Beat a lot of these games.
I had 1 year where I set a goal for myself to get 10 platinums or get my 10th platinum, not even get 10 platinums. I only had maybe like two or three platinums at that time. And even that was a stretch. And I ended up hitting it. I think my 10th platinum was like it was one of the Persona dancing games.
Oh yeah.
And I got it. It was like it was pretty hard, and I feel like this is kind of in line with that goal that I set for myself, but 10 games. And I feel like if I make a list of games that I've started playing like already that I'm enjoying, I feel like I could get there because there's a few games that I'm playing currently that I'm enjoying that I just started. Like I haven't really fully committed to playing them as like, I want to see these all the way through, but I'm enjoying them enough to where like, I might see these all the way through. I think they could probably make that list, but I'm not sure yet. I just think it's a goal I need to like set and like, cause I need to start playing some of these games all the way through. Cause that game of the year list was so hard to put together. And even just trying to get to 10, I was just struggling to get there.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I hate all of them. They all suck.
All the games.
Video
Yeah,
games,
you heard it.
Video games are awful.
Y'all suck. I want to add back onto my previous one with the Souls games. I also kind of started replaying some of the Resident Evil games last year. and because of RE3 remake, I
Yeah.
want to play through Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 and then 5 and 6
Hmm.
again. And maybe even 7 before 8 comes out. I want to play through all those games, especially Revelations 1 and 2 are really good. And I only played through those once. And 5 is good, but I haven't played it in 12 years, and 6 is better than people say it is, but it's still kind of a mess. But it's the year of Resident Evil. If that leaked RE4 VR thing comes out, oh man. See ya. Bye.
That would be pretty cool. You be gone.
I'd be
We'll
gone.
never see you
And I'd
again.
be very happy about
You'll
that.
live in there forever.
My final actual one is to find a PS5, which doesn't sound like a resolution, but it feels like it is gonna be a journey. And it might be the most difficult resolution on this list.
Yeah.
Who knows when these are gonna be in stores? And I try every time I can to
I've
get one of these stupid things.
I've been searching for one too, cause like it like I don't know what I'm gonna get first, either my computer or like a PS5. Cause at this point I'm like I need something next gen. it's I'm getting desperate. Cause the
Uh,
trying to get a 3070 at this point or a 3080 is like sad. It's sad
yeah,
out there.
that's even harder to get than a PS5.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean I've been looking through like every shopping app just to even look for a PS5 and it's just like man, nobody wants my money. This is sad. Nobody
It's
wants it.
so weird.
And I'm not going to give
I,
it to a scalper or one of these eBay
no,
assholes.
no.
No, fuck them.
I'll give
They
you
don't deserve it.
$100 more, but even then, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not paying double. That's crazy. Maybe
Yeah.
$50 more. Well, that's just tax.
Yeah, that's true.
So, well, not that much more. $600 isn't that much more if it's a straight 600. But I would love to know the numbers for how many were in production, how many were shipped out to stores, and
Well,
if it's
they aren't they going to launch in India soon and for
I don't know.
PlayStation for PS5s I think
I don't
and
know.
someone was making a joke like are you sure?
You sure about that? Yeah, I don't, and I don't think Sony ever came out with numbers that I recall, and I know they came out with numbers for the PS4, so I feel like the numbers got to be low. Not because it's obviously not popular, but just it's there's no stock. There's no stock anywhere, and it feels so anti-consumer to make something that no one can get.
Yeah.
And if there ever was a reason to delay a launch, this would have been the reason.
Is it worse than Nintendo's fake like stock
Yeah,
issues
but
or
the
just
difference
as
with
bad?
like the Wii situation, mainly the Wii, was there would still be some every week
Yeah.
at a store, and like you could accidentally find it. It was difficult to find, but they were trickling out. This just feels like there's no supply at all,
Yeah.
and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
bad.
never been harder to give someone $500. Like really should not be this hard. I don't know why I can't just log onto the Sony PlayStation Store with my PSN ID and say reserve my spot in line. Just ship me one when you get it. Here you go.
Hold up your Bloodborne platinum or something and be
Oh
like
yeah, we could do that too, but I just mean using the ID so that you can only have one per account
Yeah.
and then get one. Like why can't you do that? Why isn't there a waiting line system for this? Just take my money and get it when you get it, so that I don't have to worry about it or try and find it in some weird back alley like .com that I'm not like. This is a store
The
still.
dark web.
It's a mess.
Yeah, true. You're going to like my last resolution.
Good.
Yeah. My last resolution for 2021 is to play a Kojima game.
Have you never played a Kojima game?
Fuck no, I haven't.
Really?
I've like tried Metal Gear. but
Hmm.
not much of it. I like
So which?
started Metal Gear 5.
Okay.
I played through the demo of Ground Zeroes,
Okay.
but like I want to finish one of these games.
You're not good
And
at finishing games. We already discussed that.
I feel like I've I feel like I like the gameplay of Metal Gear 5 enough to play through it.
Okay.
Um or Death Stranding. So it's going to
Hmm.
be one of those two for sure because I don't think I could really go back and play any of the older Metal Gears because I've tried playing those on the PS Vita when I had the the 1 and 2 collection and I was like I can't do this shit.
Uh. So do you think you'd like Death Stranding in terms of the gameplay?
I think I would.
Okay.
I think I would. I think from everything I've seen of it and everything you talked about on previous episodes, I think I would like that.
Huh.
It seems like something I could play through. But even then, if not, I would like to play enough to like get a good grasp of what a Kojima game is.
Well, here's the deal. So I would recommend MGS5 or Death Stranding. The problem is both of those games are like 50 hours long.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
Um, yeah,
I have like I think I could probably start with Metal Gear 5 and see how it goes because at least I already own that game. I was planning on getting Death Stranding anyways, but I would rather either play that on PC or PS5 with the like updates and stuff.
got it. Well, there's no PS5 update yet, which sucks.
Exactly. And I mean, I've seen it on sale a few times, but if I could wait, then I'll wait.
Well, here's the deal. I've been wanting to replay MGS5. So if you do it, I will replay MGS5 also, and then we can talk about it.
We can have like a book club meeting about it.
A book club of MGS5, but we'd have to set that up a little bit because I will play that and beat that before you. Um,
How dare you?
that's just how that's gonna go because that game's really good. But also that game isn't super Kojima-y, and I feel like Death Stranding is more Kojima-y.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was kind of let loose on Death Stranding where like
Sure,
by the time Metal Gear 5 was like on its way, you know, to like post production, that's when Konami was like starting to like what is it? Batten down the hatches or whatever.
yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Um, that's
Squeeze them
fairly
out.
accurate. It definitely didn't go well. But now MGS5 has a lot of open world, empty space, not traditional Metal Gear Kojima. I guess Death Stranding does too because you're walking around for a long ass time. Yeah, so you can go either way.
Yeah.
MGS5 is incredible.
What I
So
played of
good.
it was good. Like the part where I stopped was right when you get to the open world part.
Okay.
Like right when it's like right after I think,
The escape from the hospital or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I stopped playing because like I don't even remember why.
You literally just finished the tutorial and we're like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need to do this. Fine,
pretty
whatever. That game's great. You should play that, and we should play that. And then you play get Death Stranding. I'll play that again too.
much. Oh crap! Can you give me like five? I need like a quick 5 minutes.
Oh, let me talk about some random garbage.
Yeah, yeah. You love that.
Perfect. Let me, yeah. Hopefully Joel doesn't cut out my random garbage while there's 5 minutes of dead air. So I went. I'm very excited about this, and it's very nerdy and it's very stupid. I went into the BIOS on my PC and I changed the fan settings, and now it is so good. It is so quiet. It oh, the cooling is very efficient, and it was efficient before, don't get me wrong. Now it's more efficient, and now it's super quiet all the time. I'm so excited. So excited about how quiet my computer is. And it was just a couple tweaks, just a couple little things I had to do, change some dibbly doos, bup some bobs, and now, oh, it's sound. I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, couldn't even hear it. All I hear is the pitter patter of my footsteps through the grass. So good. What else we can talk about? Yeah, I want to start thinking about these social media polls that we want to do. I really like this idea. but I don't like Instagram. I don't understand Instagram. Instagram, I feel like for the longest time they didn't want you to use a computer, and that's rude. I'm on a computer. Let me use a computer. We gotta log in on your phone. No, on a computer. This is rude. It's not nice. But I do like the polls. And so I'm thinking with the polls, I should probably pull up the chat if there's anyone here while I just ramble to myself. But that's gonna make noise. There's a whole lot of stuff on my desk, if you might be aware of. Is this gonna be a full 5 minutes? Man, I don't know if I got 5 minutes of material about nothing. It's really, I already went over the computer fans are quiet. They're real quiet. I'm super excited about the quiet fans. What do we got? I've been playing Yoshi's Island for the first time, and it's a game that's good. I do think it's overrated. There's these people that'll say like Yoshi's Island is better than in Mario World. Those people are crazy. Now, granted, I'm like in the fourth world, halfway through the fourth world, I think, in Yoshi's Island. It's good. It's very enjoyable. I like it. Whatever. I think it's super bold of them to just completely throw out Mario stuff and then have these different mechanics and entirely. That's really cool. But I don't know. I feel like the eggs are really only used for the bosses, and then you're just collecting a bunch of eggs to find collectibles. I don't know. There's two hidden worlds in each world, or levels in each world. I have no idea how to get them, and I feel like I hate that. I would like to know why. I think I got 100 on a couple of those levels because
I'm back.
the game scores you. Very excited about that.
I'm back.
Oh, Joel's back.
Talking about eggs. Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's
Cool.
Island.
I
Yeah.
figured. I was like, either got into a weird conversation about eggs or Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island.
Cool. All right. So I think where we left off was the last bit about the last resolution I made. But yeah, is there anything you needed to finish about your Yoshi's Island?
No, Yoshi's Island is fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Good.
All right. All right. So we got our resolutions done. We'll check on those in 2022. See how we did.
Oh boy. Can't be any worse than last year's.
True. But yeah, I'm actually I would definitely like to play. I mean, I would rather play something that's more Kojima like, more Kojima ish. And I feel like Death Stranding is just so interesting that I would like to try that. But but I also want to wait because I'd want to play it at like the best version of it. And
I definitely wait for PC.
Yeah,
I mentioned
really,
this right when
I feel
when
like that's how I want to play it.
yeah, when I bought it, I did talk about this, right? Because I bought it on PC. It's like $20 or something. And it's like a completely different game. It is beautiful. Like it was pretty before, but this is the next gen game on PC, and it was stunning. Highly recommend that.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
All right, want to do predictions?
Predictions, everybody. We're moving on to our predictions for 2021 in gaming. So,
Yay.
we each get essentially 3 predictions. We'll switch off back and forth.
Got it.
These will be basically anything related to gaming. Doesn't have to be just on a game. But
no, mine are. I like mine. I wish I could have diversified a little more because I have 2 Sony predictions, but we'll see. Joe,
yeah. I just kind of, I kind of just went around a little bit.
Okay. Well, first we were gonna do 5, and then we changed it to 3. I'm like, oh well,
yeah.
I'll stop thinking then.
Yeah, I made maybe like 6 just to have like backups in case we pick something similar.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Or if we had like too many Sony ones, maybe I'd like pick something more Xbox related or something. I don't know. But Ben, why don't you start us off with one of yours? I'm interested to hear what you
have. This is a prediction that I was thinking about a couple of weeks ago, and then I heard a news story, but I don't remember where, and I need to look more into it. But it was talking about PS5 DualSense drift of sorts.
Oh no! Like
and
the Joy-Con
issues
drift?
Potentially relating to the adaptive triggers kind of losing their stiffness or whatever it is.
Gross.
And I don't necessarily know if it's going to be Joy-Con drift in the traditional sense, but I do think we're going to hear about DualSense problems related from all these doodads and gizmos inside of the controller, particularly when you look at the triggers that can adjust the tension and all that. That sounds like something to me that will inevitably break down. And it's different than because if you remember the the PS3 marshmallow triggers, those got more squish squish as it got older, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But with the DualSense adapting everything, I feel like it's going to be more pronounced or it will be accelerated, basically, because it can adapt itself and because some of the mechanics of these games are pull down on it and then it pops into another position. This sounds like a lot of moving parts for an essential component of of the controller. And I think within the next year, not Joy-Con drift levels of problems, but there will be fairly widespread reports of like this doesn't work as well as it did when I first got it, or my L2 just stopped adapting and now it's just a button. Things like that. I feel like we might get into that scenario. I don't know how we couldn't, given the very nature of those triggers and what the technology behind it.
Man, that sucks.
I mean, dude, it's the first thing I thought of when I saw that controller when it was people started getting it in their hands and I started thinking about it like this. I don't know how you can have this change that dynamically and it work for years and years and years and years and years without an issue.
Yeah, I
But
I had this thought.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
people do like their own repairs on those controllers sometimes. Like they just buy like replacement triggers or whatever. I don't think you can do that with these.
No, because it would be related to the components
Yeah,
inside of it.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
But
that's a
that's my
bummer.
I don't know if that's a prediction in so much as it's a worry.
More like a warning.
Yeah. I honestly I've thought about like experiencing the PS5 garbage and then just turning off all the DualSense features. Like I don't want this because I feel like it's gonna break the controller.
I mean,
But
we might not even have to worry about it too much because I think it's more of a gimmicky thing that you only really have to worry about with a lot of launch titles. And I don't know if
sure,
kind of like with
sure.
the Vita, where a lot of games used the back touch a lot initially, but then eventually it just kind of stopped being used.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. Just like 6 axis, it just people stopped using it.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off about the PS4 controller. It has motion and no one uses it.
It's like, nah, there's better ways to do
Whatever.
this. All right,
What's your prediction?
my first prediction is probably already pretty
Probably.
obvious. Um, there's gonna be a lot of Among Us copycats. It's gonna
Oh.
come in droves. There's already a few that are coming out. Like Fortnite has its own version of it. There's games that are already that have been out that are kind of like it. And
Yeah,
I
it's not an
think
original idea.
it's not. It's definitely not. But I think they're becoming more popular, and I think we're gonna see a lot of games that are like just like Among Us that are a little more simplified, like Among Us, that are gonna come out, and I think we're gonna see a lot of them that succeed, that are gonna
Hmm.
build off that become major players. Kind of like how initially we had God, what was it called? It was before PUBG,
Oh,
H1Z1.
DayZ?
No, it was well, yeah, it was kind of like DayZ, but then we had H1Z1, and then it was PUBG, and then it was Fortnite, and and then like it just kept
Right.
going and going, right? I think that's how it's gonna go with Among Us because it's just such of like currently it's just such a huge trend that I think it's gonna really spiral upward and then downward, kind of like the whole battle royale thing did. But yeah, that's mine.
I like that.
It was easy. I figured that was
Here you go.
predictable.
I looked up something
Oh
related to my stupid prediction.
no.
PS5 users complain of broken DualSense adaptive triggers, but
Jesus.
how widespread is the problem? This is from hothardware.com. So I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They have a video and it has a breakdown. I'll read this later, but that's what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Okay.
my second prediction is God of War Ragnarok is coming to PS4 also, and
Bummer.
it will not make its 2021 release date. It will not release this year.
Nice. Okay. I could see that.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident on at least one of those is true.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do you one better.
Well, I also just real quick,
Oh yeah.
God of War. I do think this God of War is going to be a Last Legacy Miles Morales kind of smaller-ish thing. But that's not part of my prediction. That's just what I think. There's
Oh
too much
really?
in that prediction already.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So to kind of touch on another Sony one, Naughty Dog releases their multiplayer factions
Oh,
this summer for PS4, PS5.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Gotta hit
I
them
like to
while
play
they're
that
hot.
game on my PS5. I don't have.
Yeah. Same.
Same.
There was a funny meme that I saw. I think I shared it in the Discord. It has the guy from I think Korg from I think it was
Oh,
from
from Avengers?
yeah, it was from Endgame where
Yeah.
they're playing on a PlayStation 4, but it's 2025 and the meme is like because you still can't find PlayStation
Right,
5s
right. I
in
did see that.
2025. And I was like, damn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
That's pretty funny. Ben, what's your I guess this would be number 3?
This is number 3. This is why we should have done 17 predictions.
Yeah, I just don't I yeah.
Not 17?
Nah,
Fine.
nah. That's a lot.
So my next one is Nintendo. We're gonna get a new model of the Switch. I'm not gonna Switch Pro, Switch HD, whatever, doesn't matter. New model of the Switch has a new form factor and moderate boost in power. It works with current Joy-Cons. It has new Joy-Cons that are redesigned and whatever, but it still is backwards with the old Joy-Cons. And it works with the dock, the old dock. Probably a new dock, but who cares? And I think it'll be possibly released in the fall.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a good one. Very, very good. My third and final prediction. Sony reveals plans for a wireless PS VR2
Oh, man.
near the end of this year.
So not coming out, just revealed.
Just reveals the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, they make an announcement. But that's it. We don't hear release date or anything like that. Just that they're working on it.
I could go either way with that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's it. Did you want to do you have an extra one you want to throw out there?
Sure.
Just to end on an even number?
So 4?
Yeah, I'd like a 4.
You'd like a 4. Okay, since I don't actually have a 4th one, but I did just kind of think of one. I don't think so here it's a little weird, but I didn't have an actual 4th one. So, Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 will not come out next year or this year.
You bastard.
Both of them are no shows. Not no shows, but no releases.
Don't you dare do this to me.
And that's more crazy for Diablo 4. I'm not expecting coming out this year, but that's more for Overwatch. We haven't heard anything about Overwatch. The seasons I think are doing okay, like the competitive seasons. It's in a very weird spot, and I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen. Also, wouldn't be surprised if it just came out next week, a surprise drop. So, who knows?
Yeah, I just didn't. I never understood why they would need an Overwatch 2.
I never understood why they announced it the way they did. Is very
Yeah,
odd.
it was really weird. I'll give you mine. I had a number 4, but it wasn't like super well thought out.
Like mine.
Yeah. Elden Ring finally gets an official reveal and gameplay, but won't release until 2022.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, I just felt like that one
I wrote
was
down.
pretty legit.
I agree with that. I wrote down most anticipated, like a list of most anticipated games, which we're not doing, but we're not doing this week. And on my list, I'm like, I'd put Elden Ring on here, but I'm not picking it because I don't think it's gonna come out.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I feel like that would go together really well with like our Metacritic game because we could go from most anticipated to Metacritic and then boom.
Sure, we can do that.
So, yeah. Cool. Well, that wraps up our predictions
Predictions
as
and
well as
resolutions.
our resolutions.
Yeah.
Sounds like a book.
It's a self-help book, is what it is.
Sounds like it sounds like a almost like a some sort of like dark future book, like your resolutions and your predictions, like something bad's gonna happen for you.
Oh, it's like a tarot kind of book.
Yeah. Yeah, I there's this tweet going around with a GIF that just has like random words on it, and you pause it 3 times
Oh, I saw that.
to tell your future or to basically tell you what's gonna happen for 2021. And so I paused it 3 times, and it gave me famous, poor, and very rich. And so I was like, oh, cool! Finally, my dream of becoming a famous lotto winner, only to lose it all, is gonna come true.
Yeah, only to lose it all. I saw that, and I did it, and mine was fired, anxious, and pregnant. I don't know what this means,
Oh no!
but
So
it's terrible.
So I had my wife do it, and hers landed on like, I think one was like poor, murdered, and then blank. It was just like a blank screen. I was like, oh, that sucks. And every time she did it, it was always something to do with like dead. And I was like, well, let's make sure your will is like,
Yeah, let's get that in order.
set up, right?
Get a life insurance policy open.
And then she did it like a 3rd time and finally got. It was like very rich, famous, and I was like, all right, this one doesn't count. Come on,
That one, yeah, no.
You're cheating now.
That's that. You can't. That's not official results.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Let's move on to everyone's favorite part of the show:
Oh wow.
games that we played.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a circus.
This is the part where we talk about games that we played in the most recent week or last week or whatever the hell you want to call it. You freaks.
Yep.
Ben, you always have a longer list than me.
I know.
I didn't play much. I played a lot of one, but even when I look at the time I played of this game, it wasn't quite as much as I wanted to. But yeah. Why don't you start us off?
Okay. I mentioned Haven last week briefly, where you've seen it, the game where you're running around, you're flying like 2 feet above the ground on these hills and stuff, and it's you and this other person. It's a couple. What I realized is I played, I think 4 games where it's either you and another person playing at the same time, or you're playing as 2 entities at the same time. I played like 4 of them in a row almost. It's really weird. So you're playing as this couple, and they escape from this whatever future society where they're match made, and they didn't like their match, obviously, so they run away to this other planet, and their ship gets destroyed, and they're rebuilding their ship, and kind of the drama with that, but also the drama with this other, like, the civilization they were a part of apparently had a civilization on this other planet that was unknown by people. It's an interesting story. I really liked that, and I liked their dynamics as a couple. And and this is another example of a game like, did I need to beat this? No. Did I need to play as much as I did it? No, I didn't. I did like it. I like the voice acting and again they're dynamic. But there's kind of this JRPG combat that'll go in, and you have either what is it, blast a blast attack or like a physical attack, and then you can also do the attacks. You're controlling one character with the left stick and one character with the right stick in the combat system. So like you'll push left to do the blast, and then you'll push right to do the physical attack. I think it's called impact. And then, but that's like for each stick. And if you do them together, they can do a combo blast or a combo impact attack. But besides that, you can just defend or use items or pacify the enemies. And that's it. Like, it's not a very deep or intricate combat system. And the further I got into it, the more I was annoyed at this combat, this battle. I just didn't want to do it. It was more fun to roam around and kind of clear the maps of this red rust goopy stuff that's all over the place. Almost like Splatoon, where the map is just covered in it, but you're flying around uncovers it. Um, but I like the game. It's on Game Pass. I recommend giving it a shot for just because it is so unique having that couple dynamic, and they're so like in love. It's almost ridiculous, but it's cool seeing a game like that because you don't see that in a game. Um, I don't know. And I did beat it. Did I need to beat it? I don't know. Probably not. At a certain point, it was like, well,
Might as well.
I'm coming this far.
Yeah.
What else am I gonna do? Um, but I don't know. I did like it, but it's like a total 7.5, I guess 7, something like that.
Okay.
The other game I played where you play as two separate people at the same time is Shady Part of Me, which is a puzzle game, like an indie puzzle platformer, which is my jam. And it's got this kind of I don't know exactly how to describe it. This girl who is clearly in therapy, um, but like in a facility, I guess, for it. Um, and she's trying to avoid that, but she can't go in the in the light. That's what it is. I was gonna say in the shade, but that's the opposite. She can't go in the light. So you're navigating these 3D environments and you can't go in the light. And you have to push things or move lights to make shadows for you to hide in, basically. But then also there's kind of the shadow, air quotes, of her that can walk on all the shadows on the walls and things. And you'll have to move things in the 3D environment to move platforms that exist on the shadows on the wall for the other character to get across, and vice versa too. Because if there's a switch in the environment that the one girl can't get to in the 3D space, she can move it, and then now the shadow wall girl can go get it and pull the switch. It's really cool, and it's a great indie 2D platformer puzzle game thing. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of crazy mechanics. At one point, I was like, I'm gonna stop right here and let me just do one more puzzle. And the shadow girl just like walks up a wall, and now I'm walking vertically. I'm like, okay, I'm playing for another hour. Like that was crazy. Let's do these weird puzzles, and it starts doing stuff where you're falling onto other walls, and then the gravity's changing, and it's really cool and inventive, and it does kind of the dual planes of existence really well, where you are moving things with one character to manipulate the other one, and it doesn't overstay its welcome with any of that either. It's about 5 hours long. It's really good though. I really liked it. I got it on the Epic store because they're doing that sale with the $10 off coupon. So it was $5. Okay.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to check that every day because they give away like a free game every day, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's over. You missed all the free games, sir.
I got a few good ones. I got
Okay.
oh gosh, I had just gotten that on the Switch, Darkest Dungeon on PC for free, and I was like, oh, good.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. I picked up some good ones.
Yeah. But I like that a lot. That was a good game. I think the story is good and it tells a good message, but I think it's less impactful because many of these puzzle platformers kind of deal with the same uh, depression or anxiety or any of that. I've seen this before. Had I played this before any of those, I would think it's a lot better. If that makes sense. But the puzzles and shit are great. So good.
Hmm. Nice.
Should I continue? I already talked about Yoshi's Island.
I could go. I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
Really, really loving it. I mean, Yakuza in general. There's a sale for like the Yakuza collection that I'm thinking of getting. It's like $30 for the PS4
You're not
version.
gonna play these.
Dude, I just want to have it.
Oh man, they're on Game Pass.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna look. They could put literally everything on Game Pass. If they do that, I'll never play anything.
You're a mess.
I'm a mess. If they put it all on Game Pass, I'll never play it. But the thing I like about Yakuza Like a Dragon, so the reason why I'm focusing more on Like a Dragon over like Kiwami, which I started with, is it's newer, and
sure.
that's mainly why. Because it's newer, and I got into it, and it's just God. These games are so good. I think the way they do their storytelling is really what kind of like grabs me, because it's almost like it's part like slice of life anime mixed with like Korean drama mixed with like, I don't know, like a cartoon. I don't know. It's so odd, but you get to this part where there's a scientist and he like tasks you with this mission to like fill up an index, and it's like the Suji Dex or something like that.
Oh,
Suiji
that's right.
Dex. And at first I was like, wait, what am I doing? And then I realized, oh, this shit's a Pokedex, and I'm just basically logging everybody I encounter. I could not stop laughing at that. And so now every time I fight somebody, and so there's at a certain point when you encounter people in the streets, it's no longer the same people that you encounter. They like shift into this different mode. And even your character changes a little bit. He's not just wearing his regular suit. Like he's got gloves and like his just they're I guess they're like, they go into like this battle mode or whatever, you know, like
right.
Like in Pokemon, Ash flips his fucking hat or whatever. He has gloves and he pulls his sleeves back or whatever. And I love some of the characters that pop out of it. Like some of the enemies, it's like some fat dude with like in swimming trunks with like some sort of floaty. Like there's some wacky shit. I'm maybe like halfway through chapter 4, I think, at this point.
Okay.
God, man, I just love this game. I mainly love like running around the town and trying to like just do side missions. Like I've done a few of the side stories, and it's just so good. I wish I could just play this game forever. I hate that. Like I maybe put in like 4 hours. I played a lot of it yesterday mainly, but I really just want to play this game a lot more. Like it's got its hooks in me. It's just so good. There's like some some of the parts where there's dialogue or whatever drag on way too much, but I still like if it's not like an actual cutscene, I just read through the text and click it. I don't wait for the actual dialogue to come out. I just like read through it, click it, like it's just, I'm like, come on, there's a lot of it sometimes.
There's a lot of this. Move it on.
There's way too much. Let's get it going. But yeah, it's really good. I really am enjoying that game. The combat's so crazy. Like when you do one of the tag team moves and it's like over dramatic.
Yeah.
Just like everyone's doing one of their moves, but it's over dramatic as hell, is fucking cool. The as you're leveling up and doing there's still parts of the battle system that I'm still getting used to. Like the job system is something that I need to read up on more. Just like making sure I understand it and I'm doing what I want to do, and the characters that I'm using are like I'm using them the right way. I love that Nanba is like a mage basically, but he like throws. He's like the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2. like like that's one of my favorite things is like
Yes.
that's like, oh, he's the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2. This is great. Man, it's just there's just I don't know. It's just cool that it's also like it's got like a Dragon Quest reference stuff in it. Like the loading screen has like the little characters, like the 8-bit characters or whatever.
Oh yeah, on the corner.
It's
Right.
just God, man, it's just so good. I love it. It's just fun. It's a fun game. I recommend it for anybody that likes RPGs.
Yeah, I think the game's great.
And I've played a lot more Fortnite. That's pretty much it. A lot of Fortnite. I've been doing a lot of
Oh, it's Friday.
the Team Rumble. It's basically just like you're put on it's like 50-50, I think. 50 players on each team. First team to get to 75 kills. So after you die, you just respawn with all your guns and stuff and
Hmm.
you just drop back in and it's just mayhem and it's just like really fun to just drop in and start killing people and then you die and then just like I'm coming back in and then I just start building up a ton of like shit so I can at least try to survive a little bit longer to get more kills and it's just an easy way to get XP and get through a few quests that require you like to use different guns and I've got the full Pancake Man outfit with his pancake glider, his syrup
Great.
his syrup effects when he's flying down. He's got the it's like a money bag, but it's ripped open. There's pancakes in it.
Oh, nice. I
I'm
like
all
that.
pancaked out. So yeah,
It's weird.
it's cool. I'm having a good time with that game. It's the only multiplayer game that I'm into right now. Until I don't know. A game I've been interested in that I've been watching a lot is Escape from Tarkov, but it just seemed a little too hardcore for me.
Huh.
So I
Okay.
don't think because it's basically like it's like a looter game, right? But it's also like once you die, that's it. You're out. So it just seemed a little too extreme for me. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. That game would kick my ass. But it's fun to watch. Some people are really intense in it. Any other games you want to go over?
Yeah, real quick, because I don't want to talk about Half-Life Alex
Oh yeah, you're saving
until
game of the year.
next week. Yeah. But I did finish it, and I really liked the commentary they did throughout the entire game. That added a lot of interesting little tidbits. Obviously, don't do that the first time you play the game. That's stupid, but
That'd be a weird way to play
it
that
it
game for the
straight up
first
tells
time.
you like this will spoil the game. Do not do this. Oh, okay. Um, but that was fun. And that's about it. I did go back into AC Valhalla because that and what was it? That and Cyberpunk and also Yakuza I want to play a little bit more of before we do Game of the Year. Um, but I've just been playing Valhalla. I think I put in another 8 hours of it now, and it took a little bit to get back into it and remember like what was going on and all that nonsense. But this game's really damn good. I thoroughly enjoy it so much. It just feels like that kind of perfect marriage of open world action game with an RPG esque story. I love the little world events you find that are all pretty short, but they don't tell you anything. At least on the default, they don't tell you what to do exactly. So you have to listen to what they want, and then like, oh, okay, something's over here. Let me go figure that out, and then bring it back. And I like that. I like the story is super well done. I am all in on the little adventure Eivor is having. I got to so I had this spoiled for me, and I don't even necessarily consider it a spoiler per se.
Spoiler
But
warning.
yeah, I guess. But you go to a traditional what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Norse mythology location in like a fever dream.
Hmm.
I'll put it that way.
Okay.
and you go there, and it's like a full on many hour section of the game. Like it's a whole part of the map. And even knowing that I was going to go to this mythical land, getting there finally uh, was so cool. And just seeing that area again, I guess I can't spoil it, but the game just has so much in it. There's so much content, and that's a good and a bad, but it's all enjoyable. Every single section of it, I enjoy doing. I enjoy finding the little treasure chests along the way because they're laid out in a way that doesn't feel obnoxious. It feels like, oh, I do want to try and get that. Oh, that was fun to figure out, and not in a, oh, this is guarded by 45 dudes, and I'm gonna do this annoying combat challenge. No, combat's fun. The combat's pretty easy, unless you're fighting a boss, and then all of a sudden it's hard. Like there's these random people on the map that'll just beat you up. That's not nice.
Huh.
They're way over leveled for the area, but whatever. I'll swing back in 30 hours and I'll beat you. That's fine. Uh, I really like it, and I feel like they added something. They patched this game at some point to give it like added HDR effects, or so. I don't know. Maybe I don't remember it being looking this good. I might have overpraised Cyberpunk because Valhalla looks incredible. Uh, just the sunsets in the distance, the fog is impressive, and have the light coming through the trees in the fog and the distant environments. It's beautiful. At every second is beautiful. I've taken so many pictures.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a
Dang.
lot of pictures. And I like Valhalla a lot, and I definitely it's gonna be in my top 5. I will tell you that right now. It is in there. Um, After going back to it, as soon as I remembered you know, all the weird controls or where I was in the game, yeah, this is so well done, and I think such a great return to form, or not even necessarily return to form, but a bounce back from what Odyssey was. As someone who did not really like Odyssey, this is exactly what I want from an Assassin's Creed game, I think.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I think Odyssey was just so overpopulated with shit to do, so bloated.
Yeah, but this game like leads you. It leads you in such a nice way, where if you like accept the quest and then just do stuff along the way and don't explore that much, you're gonna have a great time, and it's gonna feel natural and tailored to you. If you try and explore the whole map before you do any quests, which is crazy, but I understand why people do that, that's not the game. Like that's not how the game wants to be played. There are so many situations early on where I did that. Like I went to the new area and I explored it all, and then I started doing the main quest. And the main quest takes you to all those cool places. So just do the main quest and get it all out of the way at the same time. And doing it that way, I've had a ton of fun. Um, it's so good. The story's so good. You're getting all these kingdoms aligned with you basically, and they all have their own little issues, and it's like a 3, 4, maybe 5 hour thing for each of them. So good. So memorable characters all over the place. Loving it.
Cool. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. And that's it, I guess.
Is this your first time playing through Yoshi's Island, or have you beaten it before?
Yeah, I've never played Yoshi Island before.
I've never finished it either.
I think I must have played like 20 minutes of it before. So this
Okay.
is I'm really going through the entire game. It's fine, but
I started playing it. I on the SNES app or whatever. I never played through it.
yeah, that's how I'm playing it. Um, it's cool to see things that I had seen in other Yoshi games or Mario games and go, "Oh, that's probably from this."
Yeah.
Like that they're referencing this. That's neat. Um, so from that perspective, it's really cool.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that because it's one of those games that like for some reason I just never played on the SNES, and then
Right.
I started playing it a little bit on the Switch, and I was like, this game feels so weird. It just feels odd. I don't know what it is about it.
It's a little floaty, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just floaty and it just like everything seems so like stuffed on the screen. I don't know.
The art style I've never exactly liked. Uh, I don't know. It's a strange game.
Yeah,
I talked about it when you were gone.
I'll have to listen to it while I'm editing. Cool. Well, I don't really have anything else to add. I touched on a couple other games like here and there, and didn't really spend too much time with them. I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima Legends here and there. Like I started playing as the assassin, which is a pretty cool class. I got the Shadow of the Colossus costume for it. So all I'm really missing now is the one for the I forgot the last class. There's like one class that is more like a healer. And all you really have to do is once you unlock one more like you have to like unlock a certain amount of ranks before you can get the next class. Then all I really have to do is play like a couple story missions and then you get the outfit for it. But
what outfit is that for the healing class?
Let's see. I have Aloy, I have Kratos, and I have Shadow Colossus, so I forgot what that one is.
Oh, so it's the Bloodborne one?
Yeah, it is a Bloodborne one, which doesn't look like a Bloodborne one, remember? It has like the
No,
horns
yeah,
or
that's
something.
right.
Some weird horns. And then I played through chapter 1 of Gears 5. Like I finally finished chapter 1 of Gears 5.
Wow.
Yeah, it took me a while. But fun game. The aiming's really weird. I don't know if I'm just not used to aiming on an Xbox controller or if it's just the aiming on for Gears. I have to turn down the sensitivity a lot. So I don't know if it's just that game.
That's weird.
Like like just to aim down sights, I'm like I barely move the joystick and it just like goes way too much. So I don't know if it's just because those are smaller joysticks, so you just don't push as much on them. I don't know. I'm just like I feel so uncomfortable on an Xbox controller, and I think it's obviously because I just don't use them as often. But I had to turn down the sensitivity so much on it. I'm just like, what is going on?
That's strange. I've always thought Gears 5 feels like Gears. It feels great. I have no issue. That's so interesting to hear.
Yeah, I don't know. The recoil is really bad on a lot of those guns too. So I think
that is true.
It might just be the sensitivity on the controls. So I turned it way down. But I got through that. I got to the chapter 2 portion, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll play more of it. Who knows? I might switch it to the PC version when I get my PC, but that'll depend on stock on graphics cards, which doesn't seem to ever be getting
which are
better.
non-existent.
Which is like one day it's there, the next day it's not, and it's always everything's always overpriced. But I don't really have a large window to make this purchase, so
I told you should have bought the one that we said was good the other day.
Yeah, but so I have to still wait for this money. And so like I'm getting my stuff ready. I just have to know what I'm going to get when that money comes in. Because it has to do I'll tell you off stream, but
I got it.
But yeah, so once I'm ready, like I just have to be ready to get it. And then I also need a new computer chair.
Oh god.
So
that you can buy now.
That I do need to buy now. I just don't know what to get. I don't want to get one of those stupid gaming ones.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get something that'll help my old ass.
I feel like I've never had a good chair in years.
Yeah. Me too. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. It's getting depressing. That's going to do it for us this week, guys. Thanks again for joining us on the Final Checkpoint podcast. Welcome to 2021. We're excited to be back. We're excited to be recording every week once again, reacting to the latest video game news, reacting to games that we played, or I guess talking about games that we played, bringing it to you guys. You can find it on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Podcasts. Head over to thegamefanatics.com. You can find it there. You can follow all the Game Fanatics social media links where you'll soon hopefully be able to find Question of the Week. Don't forget, you can also find us on Twitter at The Joelness, at Ben Runnings. If you're watching live on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button so you can catch us live Sundays, 8 p.m. Pacific time. We will catch you guys next week. Goodbye.
Nah.